Okay, Demi Lovato has overdosed. Okay, and most of y'all know who Demi Lovato is, but if you don't know, she's a singer. Okay, I guess you would consider her a pop singer, maybe. But it says Demi Lovato is stable after being hospitalized following apparent overdose. And from what I had seen on another website, it was a heroin overdose. Okay, for those of you that want to know what she OD'd on. It says Demi Lovato was rushed to a Los Angeles hospital on Tuesday after suffering an apparent overdose and is now stable. A source close to the singer tells People. And this just happened, a couple hours ago. This was just published and released a couple hours ago. Okay. A representative for the Los Angeles Fire Department tells People they transported a 25-year-old female patient to a local hospital. While the Los Angeles Police Department confirms both departments responded to a medical emergency in the area of her Hollywood Hills home. Audio of the emergency call obtained by TMZ reveals the pop star was unconscious upon their arrival and revived with Narcan, an emergency medication to reverse the effects of a narcotics overdose. While TMZ reports the overdose is heroin-related, a source close to Lovato claims to People that it is not. Okay, so apparently what I read must have been wrong, so I apologize. I don't know exactly then what she overdosed on. Lovato has battled addiction, mental illness, and disordered eating for years. In 2010, she entered treatment where she was treated for bipolar disorder, bulimia, self-harm, and addiction. She relapsed after she left the treatment center, then entered a sober living facility for a year. But even after treatment, my bad. But even after treatment, insiders say she still struggled with her private pain. Demi was never really clean and sober from all her demons, a source tells People. She has been fighting depression and anxiety for quite some time, and is still in such a dark place. She was sober for a while, but not completely sober for 6 years. Last March, Lovato revealed she celebrated 6 years of sobriety, but in June she released a new song, Sober, on which she revealed she had relapsed. Mama, I'm so sorry. I'm not sober anymore. And Daddy, please forgive me for the drink spilled on the floor. She sang on the heartbreaking piano ballad. And I'm sorry for the fans I lost who watched me fall again. I want to be a role model, but I'm only human. At the end of the track, Lovato sings, I'm sorry that I'm here again. I promise I'll get help. It wasn't my intention. I'm sorry to myself. A source close to the situation tells People there have been clear signs that all isn't well with Lovato's health. Things have been a total mess for months. She and her team severed ties, and they played a large part in getting her sober years ago. She hasn't been in a good place. An additional insider also noticed a downturn. You could tell when Demi was doing well with her sobriety because she was hanging out at the clubs. She wasn't hanging out at clubs, the source tells People. She has still very much kept up her work schedule and daily life, but there have been definitely signs that she isn't doing great with her sobriety. Live Nation has confirmed to the press of Atlantic City that Lovato's concert scheduled for Thursday in the New Jersey Seaside Resort has been canceled. This is sad, and I hate to see this because I don't know exactly how long Demi Lovato has been singing, but I know that she became, she's a child celebrity. She became famous when she was still a child, or a teenager. So, this is very common in these situations. A lot of times these child stars, child celebrities, whatever, they end up getting wrapped up in drugs, okay? Not all of them, but a lot of times when we see these celebrities, who are just so far going on drugs, a lot of them have been child celebrities. And it's because they're literally handed this stuff. Like they go to these parties, they go to these, whatever it is, like red carpet events and, all this crazy stuff. They go to all these celebrity events and stuff, and a lot of them hand this stuff to them. And it's sad to even think of anything like that happening, but this is what happens, or they give them things to stay awake or to, make their performance better and stuff like that. And next thing you know, the child is strung out on drugs. And that's just the reality of it all. Like, it's sad, but it's reality. So I'm going to play this real quick, and then I'll just go and play that other short little video in the beginning.
Every day I have to remind myself that I have an addiction.
I would sneak out, get drugs. I would fake my drug tests with other people's pee. It's embarrassing to look back at the person that I was.
I was never even aware that this girl even had a drug addiction. I don't stay updated on Demi Lovato. I know of her. I've maybe heard maybe one or two of her songs or something. I couldn't even tell you what it is off the top of my hand. But I was unaware, though, that this young lady had a drug addiction or any type of addiction. It's just sad. It's sad. And I'm not saying anything bad about her, because, us as people, us as humans, we have to realize that, addiction is a disease. It's not something that people choose. Nobody chooses to be addicted to something. They don't say, oh, well, you know what? I think I'm just going to go and get high and become an addict and, watch everything fall apart. People don't think like that. Whatever their reason is for doing whatever is addictive, whatever they become addicted to, they're going through something, they do something, they get addicted, and it literally consumes them. It takes over everything. It takes over everything in them, and it's sad. It's so sad to watch someone, especially someone like this, someone who, and I'm talking about, like, when I'm saying someone like this, I'm not talking about just Demi Lovato. I'm talking about just celebrities, period. These people have talents. They're talented. They've been proven to be talented because they've made it this far. And it's just sad to watch someone who has so much in life and so much talent and everything become addicted to drugs or die from it, or like in her case, like she overdosed. Thank God she lived, and I hope and pray to God that this is a wake-up call. I hope that it wakes her up, and, and maybe she can find the strength somewhere to actually say, okay, you know what? I have to stop. Like, I can't do this. I'm going to die if I don't stop, And it's not just with drugs. I mean, a person can get addicted to anything. You can get addicted to anything at all. People get addicted to food. People can watch the show My Strange Addiction. People can get addicted to all kinds of stuff. So it just literally, it just depends on what makes you feel good, basically, is what you can very easily become addicted to, and more so if you have an addictive personality, there's people that don't have addictive personalities, but they have addictions, A lot of people smoke cigarettes. You don't have to have an addictive personality with a lot of other things, but you smoke cigarettes, you're addicted to them, So thank God this young lady is alive and she is stable and she's going to be better. Okay, so I'm going to play this short video. It's 1 minute, 5 seconds. Here we go. And I want to point one more thing out. It says that Demi has battled. Hold on, let me. Hope this thing doesn't play again. But it says that she has battled mental illness, disordered eating, and drug addiction or addiction for a long time, and that's another problem. Especially, like I said, especially with the child celebrities, okay? It's bad with the adult celebrities, but with the child celebrities, it happens a lot more, okay? Because these people are under so much pressure. They're in the limelight, and they have a lot of they feel like there's demand coming from every angle. Oh, your hair has to be like this. Your makeup has to be like this. You have to look like this. You have to be thin. You have to be this. You got to be that. Your skin can't look like this. You got to wear this clothes, whether you like it or not. Everything that you do, it don't matter what you like. They want you to be who they want you to be. And it makes it is a wonder that a lot more people haven't overdosed from things. And that's the God's honest truth. These people are under extreme pressure all the time. And like I said, with the child celebrities, they grow up in that environment. That's literally what they have all day long. Like, so even if someone doesn't hand them something at a party, which that's normally how it starts out, but if they aren't handed something, then it just has to do with all the pressure, of trying to be perfect. And the thing is, y'all, you shouldn't have to be who somebody else wants you to be. This young lady is a talented woman. She's got a beautiful voice. You know, it doesn't matter how her appearance looks. I mean, she's a beautiful girl, okay? You know, vision-wise, you know, looking at her, she's beautiful. But it doesn't matter. You know, it shouldn't even matter about really how these people look. You know, and that's the thing. It causes so many problems on the outside world, because then you have so many young people who idolize these people, who feel the need to be perfect, and they know that they can't be perfect because they're human. None of us are perfect. But that's the pressure that's on the celebrities and all the young girls that look up to this girl or any other celebrities. Like, it's sad, you know, and it's terrible. I hate all that stuff, you know. There was a time when my youngest daughter, had actually won like a modeling competition, okay? And I put her in it because she wanted to be in it. She was young. Actually, I had put my oldest daughter in it because she wanted to be in it. And then my youngest daughter saw the older one going. She was like, "Oh, Mommy, I want to go." I was like, "All right." So I signed her up. Well, the youngest one won, okay? And my youngest daughter, she's autistic, but, you know, but she's a very high-functioning autistic child, okay? I mean, a lot of people nobody knows she's autistic unless I tell them. So anyways, she won this contest or whatever, this modeling thing. So she won it or whatever, and they wanted her to go do all this stuff. Like, she was supposed to go and audition for these movies and do this and do that. And I said, you know, I had two options. Either I could basically drop everything, you know, just drop everything and let her go and, you know, maybe live out a dream of a lifetime, okay? Or, you know, and possibly subject her to a whole nother world that I wasn't ready for and that I didn't want her to be subjected to. You know what I'm saying? Or I could just say, okay, you know what? I don't want to do it, and we'll go back to our normal life. And that's what I chose. Because of what happens to a lot of these child celebrities. You know, I didn't want my daughter to be a statistic. I didn't want her to be the next, you know, like we're looking at Demi Lovato. I don't want them to be the next person who gets wrapped up in this type of stuff, which that can happen anywhere, okay? But I don't put her in situations like that. But had I put her, you know, in the spotlight like they were wanting, then, you know, there could have been a lot of dangers that came along with that. And there's no way on earth I would ever just say, oh, okay, yeah, bye, go travel with your manager, or go travel with your manager and, you know, the rest of the cast or whatever. No, I couldn't do that. Not with my little girl, you know. So in order to do that, I would have had to put all my other kids in homeschool, and we would have had to be traveling everywhere to go do all this stuff, which is fine, because if it came down to it, that's what it would take. Because I couldn't let her out of my sight like that, and, you know, in fear that something would happen to her, you know, later on, whether it be drugs, her getting raped, molested, taken advantage of, God, anything, you know. So I wanted to show y'all this. I'm starting to get a little off track now, but I wanted to show y'all this about Demi Lovato, you know, and I'm so glad that she is doing better and that she's going to be okay. Thank God for that. And y'all leave y'all's thoughts and comments below. Keep your prayers open for her, and that, you know, she gets well and that she continues, you know, on a path to sobriety. Okay. So if y'all need to send me anything, you can do so in my email, or you can add me on Facebook and send whatever you like through Messenger. The links are down below. And if you have not subscribed to my other channel, please go do so now. The link will be listed down below. Subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell Till the next time I talk to y'all, y'all have a wonderful day. I love y'all, and I don't know, toodles. Love y'all.